Hello, everyone. All right, so I call myself Queen 13. It looks like a B, but it's a 13, so it makes a little more sense. But also, many people don't know that 13 is the number of the woman. It's the number of moon cycles we have in a year, and it's also the number of times a woman naturally menstruates without any hormonal interference. And 13 historically is a superstitious number because of the feminine association. I just like to give everyone a little association. So I like to do things for girls and for the feminine in men, for everyone. No, that was not a sexual innuendo. Ugh, everyone's like stuck in 7th grade. Okay. I am going to tell you guys a story. I'm going to read from a book called Lolita. This is pretty gross, some people may think. It's also an amazing masterpiece according to others, and I'd like to show you why it might be a masterpiece. And please keep in mind metaphor if you get insulted. Thank you. By this time, I was in a state of excitement, bordering on insanity. But I also had the cunning of the insane. Sitting there on the sofa, I managed to attune, by a series of stealthy movements, my masked lust to her guileless limbs. It was no easy matter to divert the little maiden's attention while I performed the obscure adjustments necessary for the success of the trick. Talking fast, lagging behind my own breath, catching up with it, mimicking a sudden toothache to explain the breaks in my patter, and all the while keeping a maniac's inner eye on my distant golden goal. I cautiously increased the magic friction that was doing away, in illusional, if not factual sense, with the physically removable but psychologically very friable texture of the material divide, pajamas and robe. Between the weight of 2 sunburnt legs resting athwart my lap and the hidden tumor of an unspeakable passion. Having, in the cause of my patter, hit upon something nicely mechanical, I recited, garbling them slightly, the words of a foolish song that was then popular. Oh, my Carmen, my little Carmen, something, something. Those something nights, and the stars, and the cars, and the bars, and the barmen. I kept repeating this automatic stuff and holding her under its special spell. Special because of the garbling. And all the while I was mortally afraid that some act of God might interrupt me, might remove the golden load and the sensation of which all my being seemed concentrated. And this anxiety forced me to work for the first minute or two more hastily than was consensual, with deliberately modulated enjoyment. The stars that sparkled, and the cars that parkled, and the bars and the barmen were presently taken over by her. Her voice stole and mutilated the tune I had been stole and corrected the tune I'd been mutilating. She was musical and apple sweet. Stars and the cars and the bars and the barmen. Oh, my little Carmen. And the stars and the cars and the bars and the barmen. Oh, my little Carmen. My little Carmen. Her large legs twitched a little as they lay across my live lap. I stroked them. There she lolled in the right-hand corner, almost a sprawl. Lowly the bobby soxer, Lola the bobby soxer, devouring her immemorial fruit, singing through its juice. And the stars and the cars and the bars and the barmen. Oh, my little Carmen. Oh, my little Carmen. And the stars and the cars and the bars and the barmen. slipper, rubbing the heel of her slipperless foot in its sloppy anklet against the pile of old magazines heaped on my left on the sofa. And every movement she made, every shuffle and ripple, helped me to conceal and to improve the secret system of tactile correspondence between beast and beauty. Between my gagged, bursting beast and the beauty of her dimpled body in its innocent cotton frock. And I think if she'd been just a little bit older, her stars and bars and cars and barmen might have turned into a different song. Something a little bit like Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. Oh, you're a hard one, but I know you got your reasons. These things that are pleasing you, they can hurt you somehow. Wanted Dolores Hayes, hair brown, lips scarlet, age 5,300 days, profession nun or starlet. Where are you hiding, Dolores Hayes? Why are you hiding, darling? I talk in a daze, I walk in a maze. I cannot get out, said the starling. Where are you riding, Dolores Hayes? What make is the magic carpet? Is a green cougar the present craze? Where are you parked, my carpet? Who is your hero, Dolores Hayes? Still one of those Blue Cape starmen? Oh, the balmy days, the palmy bays, and the cars and the bars, my Carmen. Oh, Dolores, the jukebox hurts. Are you still dancing, darling? Both in worn Levi's, both in torn t-shirts, and I in my corner snarling. Who is your hero, Dolores Hayes? Still one of those Blue Cape starmen? Oh, the balmy days and the palmy bays and the cars and the bars, my Carmen, my Dolly, my folly. Her eyes were bare and never closed when I kissed them. Dying, dying, Lolita Hayes, of hate and remorse. I'm dying. And again my hairy fist I raise, and again I hear you crying. Officer, there they are, Dolores Hayes and her lover. Whip out your gun and follow that car. Now tumble out, take cover. Wanted, Dolores Hayes. Her dream gaze never flinches. 90 pounds is all she weighs, with a height of 60 inches. My car is limping, Dolores Hayes, and the last long lap is the hardest, and I shall be dumped where the weed decays, and the rest is rust and stardust. So why don't you give it to me? Why don't you give it to me? I don't want to be Lolita. I don't want to be Humbert. And I definitely don't want to be the Hayes woman. And all that's left is the stars that sparkle and the cars that parkle. My little Carmen. Ah, my little Carmen. Thank you for your attention. If anyone is interested in downloading that song or others, I have some cards with Death Bethlehem from SoundCloud, the link on it. Feel free to take one. They're here and about. Thank you.